you for talking to Sikh PA today. Vaisakhi's been celebrated in London now for about 40 years. Why is it important that it's being celebrated in London, and what does your office plan to do to continue it being celebrated in London?
Well, I'm really proud that in Trafalgar Square we're celebrating Vaisakhi. We have Vaisakhi in the square. Last year, I, working with the Sikh community, brought it back to Trafalgar Square because I think it's important. Look, there are many, many Londoners, thousands of Londoners of Sikh faith. They contribute hugely to our city's success, and it's really important they have a sense of belonging. They see this square as their square, this city as their city. But also, you know what? It's a wonderful opportunity to show non-Sikhs about the Sikh faith, the sense of seva, where others are helped, the langar, where Sikh temples across London, across the country, across the world feed the poor, feed the hungry, feed the homeless. The teachings of the Sikh faith, you know, but also about Sikh history. I'm really proud of the Sikh soldiers who fought in the 2 world wars, who made sacrifices to ensure we have the freedoms we have today. I'm really proud that actually one of the leading women who campaigned 100 years ago for women to have the right to vote was a Sikh woman, Sophia Dalip Singh. And for me as the mayor, I've always said diversity is a strength, but we shouldn't simply tolerate difference. You don't want to be tolerated, you want to be embraced, you want to be respected, you want to be celebrated.
So Vaisakhi celebrates the Khalsa, and one of the missions of the Khalsa is to feed the whole world, and we see that here in London where Sikhs feed thousands of people, homeless or otherwise, here in London. So what's your message to them, and what can your office do to help support those Sikhs that do that work?
And what Vaisakhi reminds me of is the birth of modern Sikhism. It reminds me of the formation of the Khalsa. But you're right, it's really important that we use these opportunities to talk about the sense of seva, the langar, all the stuff that the Sikh community does without being asked. That sense of philanthropy, that sense of giving, it inspires me, inspires others as well. That's why these events matter. And my job as the mayor is to make sure the Sikh community, like others, have their potential fulfilled, but also we can try and use these events as a bridge. What's wonderful about Vaisakhi in the square is it's horrible weather, thousands here, Sikhs or non-Sikhs, old and young. I want any young person growing up who's of Sikh faith to be proud of being a Londoner, being British, Asian origin, and a Sikh. All these things, you can be all those things. We have multiple identities. But also what's wonderful about the langar and about the Sikh temples in London, around the country and around the world is a sense of charity. I recently had the honour of going to Amritsar, going to the Golden Temple, and I enjoyed the langar there. You know, you had people who are really, really rich, millionaires, people who are poor, all of us were equal. You had non-Sikhs being treated the same as Sikhs, all sitting down together and eating. It was a wonderful experience for me, and one that will stay with me forever. And I want others to experience the teachings of Sikhism as well.
So you just mentioned the Golden Temple, Syed al-Balsab. Very recently, Jeremy Corbyn has said that Labour pledged to hold an independent inquiry into the help that the British government gave in 1984 for the attack on that. Why do you think an independent inquiry is very important for Sikhs in Britain and in London?
Look, I mean, when I went to Amritsar, what I talked about was actually something that happened longer than that. I talked about the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, because I visited Jallianwala Bagh, and I saw for myself the narrow corridors where people couldn't flee and escape. I saw for myself the bullet marks at Jallianwala Bagh, and that's why I said that the British government, although that happened a long time ago, they should apologise for what happened on that day in Jallianwala Bagh. And it's really important, that history is really important for us because we've got to learn the lessons from history. That's why I've been so passionate about a national war memorial in London to commemorate all those Sikhs who fought for our country, fought for in the First World War, Second World War, were injured, and many of whom lost their lives, more than 80,000.
And last week, London saw protests by Sikhs against Prime Minister Modi, and you've been a very big human rights campaigner as well. You would have known that there's a British citizen that many Londoners are worried about in India at the moment. Do you have any comment on that, about what anything you can do, any support that you can offer, or your office can offer?
Well, it's really important for the Foreign and Commonwealth Office to continue to provide all the assistance they should be providing. One of the jobs of the FCO is to give assistance to British citizens overseas, and it's really important the government does what she can to help any of our citizens in any country, in any part of the world.
Brilliant, thank you very much.